What if I told you Lil Wayne wasn't just warning us, but actually helped rescue over 100 victims from Diddy's secret world?
You want to stay away from me, Diddy back, motherfuckers.
Okay, let's get straight to it. Lil Wayne didn't just spill some industry tea. He tore the entire teacup set off the table and shattered it in front of the world. Like, we're not even joking. In a clip that's gone mega viral, Wayne basically flipped the entire music industry on its head. And no, this wasn't just some random moment during a podcast or a slip of the tongue. This was calculated, emotional, real. He exposed something way darker than what anyone expected to hear about the ongoing Diddy drama. And baby, when we say dark, we mean pitch black, behind the curtain kind of dark. Wayne said what we all feared. What's been revealed about Diddy so far? That's just the tip of the iceberg, just the shiny surface. Think you know the real story? You don't. Not even close. You know those old interviews you brushed off years ago? Suddenly they're making chilling sense, like puzzle pieces finally locking into place.
Mr. Lee,
Yeah, I love this drink.
Where you put my bag
I like
at?
when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag
Daddy,
at,
I like
Mr.
when
Lee?
you
It's
scrambling
right
and
here.
scraping.
No, I got
I
those.
like that.
And no, this wasn't some out of nowhere rant. In a clip that resurfaced like a ghost from the past, Lil Wayne is sitting right next to Diddy. Yep, inches away from the man. And he literally tells the whole room, don't trust certain people in the industry. Like, he names Diddy right there. Zero hesitation, zero fear, just drops his name like a hot brick. At the time, everyone laughed, like it was just Wayne being Wayne. But now, that clip feels like an actual cry for help. A warning shot we ignored. A moment we all missed. But now, it's echoing loud.
I have a question. I'm just trying to tell all these young cats out here trying to come up, like, where do you think they gotta go to? From your point of view, you know what I'm saying? What is the best advice you could give them? Because I be telling them, like, my best advice is they gotta do it their whole new way, different way, like they from another planet. But coming from you, coming from the man of men right now, tell them something good.
Man, first of all, you want to stay away from me, Diddy back, motherfuckers.
Get in here.
Was dancing all on motherfucking stage and shit. They want your ass. Call them astronaut. So be afraid. Be very afraid.
You really ain't built for the game.
Or something.
Something like that.
Don't be trying to be famous, so you gonna run into a motherfucker like that.
According to Wayne, Diddy wasn't just throwing wild parties or looking for the next hitmaker. Oh no, he claims Diddy was something way more disturbing. A handler, not a mentor, not a mogul. A man who hunts talent, who reels them in with dreams of fame and riches, only to trap them in rooms they can't escape. Wayne said those parties, they were engineered not for fun, for footage, for control, hidden cameras, secret rooms, VIP-only access that wasn't about luxury, it was about leverage. And once they had you on tape doing something reckless, that tape became your leash. It's not about mentorship, it's about manipulation, pure and ugly.
The rumors are that Diddy was running some kind of Epstein-type deal where he was filming everybody, right?
That's the rumors, yeah. I don't know that there's any proof or anything other than that.
The thing is, like, we're getting the rumors from the internet, and the internet thinks that the Taliban took out that bridge in Baltimore.
And now, the receipts are crashing down like thunder. Lawsuits, FBI investigations, it's all happening. And the streets are calling Diddy the Epstein of Hollywood. That sounds wild, right? Until you start connecting the dots. And Wayne isn't alone. He's not screaming into the void. Another no-holds-barred truth teller, Cat Williams. And we all know Cat doesn't care who gets mad, one of the main guards of the darkest circle in the industry. And that just made Wayne's words 10 times heavier.
All lies will be exposed, that's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
So why now? Why is all this unraveling now? Well, Wayne's comments didn't come out of nowhere. It's like something is cracking behind the scenes. Some enormous storm that's forcing secrets to rise. Like the dam has finally broken. But you think it ends with Wayne. Honey, what came buckle up? Because what came next shook people straight to their bone. Remember that creepy live stream? The one where Diddy casually claimed he'd slept with Usher? Yeah, that one. The room went ice cold.
Brother right here from day one, we used to wake up and, pause, but like just back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes, you know?
And what most people forget, or never knew, is this. Usher was just 14 years old when he was sent to live with Diddy in New York. Let that sink in.
Moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to
City.
something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it
Camp.
was called.
There to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
Years later, Usher finally broke his silence just a bit. He never gave names, never laid it all out, but he said enough. He saw strange things that didn't even make sense to his young mind at the time. And the kicker? He said he'd never let his kids near that environment. That wasn't just nostalgia, that was a straight up warning.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
And Usher wasn't the only one who felt off. Lil Wayne made sure to mention that other big names had felt the weird vibes too, like Fabulous. Remember his Drink Champs interview when Diddy started talking about parties? Fab's whole aura changed. The man looked like he wanted to vanish. Diddy started calling the host daddy mid-sentence like it was some private joke. But the look on Fab's face, that wasn't laughter. That was discomfort. And don't forget 50 Cent, the king of trolling. Even he drew the line. He once said being at Diddy's parties felt like getting hugged from the front and the back at the same time. What does that even mean? Whatever it meant, it wasn't wholesome.
Puff was like, like first he was amping him to get style. Then he was like, so when we gonna get the chance to, to kick it? Like we could just hang out, nigga. We gotta kick it. This is Puff. Okay. He telling me we gotta kick it and shit. He was like, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like I pay for it. And I was like, what the f this nigga just saying? I got the f away from him, but I was like, this nigga, wait, this nigga just tell me he can take me shopping.
Now let's talk about the most disturbing twist yet, Justin Bieber. Diddy latched onto Bieber when the kid was just breaking out. And we're talking sleepovers, studio sessions until the early morning. Promises like, I'll get you a Ferrari by 16, a mansion by 18. And Wayne straight up asked the question we've all been avoiding. What kind of grown man offers that to a teenage pop star? Those breakdowns Bieber had, the public meltdowns, the rehab visits. Wayne wonders, what if they weren't just celebrity burnout? What if they were symptoms of something he can't legally talk about? The bigger picture is straight up chilling. This isn't about one party, one moment, one bad influence. This is about a pattern, a loop of grooming, control, and trauma. And whose name keeps coming up? Diddy's, Usher, Fab, 50, Bieber. Different stories, same shadow. Then enters Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard. Gene wasn't gossiping. He wasn't bitter. He was there. And he claimed he saw Diddy buying bags of toys multiple times.
Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the neck.
Gene even remembers one party in particular where Ja Rule pulled him aside and warned him not to go into a certain room. No reason, just don't go in there. Now let's zoom out for a second. Look at Diddy's circle. Busta Rhymes, DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, even Jay-Z. These aren't small fries, these are legends. Frequent guests at Diddy's events, homes, and so-called VIP parties. So how many of them knew something? How many just stayed quiet?
And I'm proud of my brother. My brother is really gonna go down in history of a living legend. You know what I'm saying? And don't wait for nobody to give you your flowers, you know what I'm saying? Because I already gave them to you, and I love the bouquet. Good to see you.
Very few have come forward. Most just fell silent, like they vanished into the smoke. And then came that moment with Leonardo DiCaprio. Diddy was asked who he'd invite to a party. Without skipping a beat, he said, just like that.
Who's the person that's #1 on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
You see what that implies, this circle? It might stretch way beyond hip hop. It might reach deep into Hollywood.
I feel uncomfortable with the way you represent the idea of going to these projects.
To come party with me.
Yeah, and then that swayed me away from it, just that alone.
Terrence Howard even chimed in, not directly naming Diddy, but dropping heavy hints. He spoke about how men in the industry are forced to give up their man card to keep their careers. That's not vague. That's a bombshell. And now comes the most shocking piece of this entire puzzle. Lil Wayne says he didn't just witness it, he acted on it. Not just warnings, not just words, rescue. According to several jaw-dropping insider reports flying across X and Telegram, Lil Wayne supposedly played a direct role in saving 132 young people trapped in Diddy's hidden network.
So Lil Wayne endorsed Donald J. Trump, and Lil Wayne also tried to warn us about P. Diddy and his whole posse. You know, kudos to Lil Wayne for standing up to P. Diddy and for standing up for America now, not being a little bitch like these other celebrities.
Multiple sources claim that Wayne was working in secret with whistleblowers, former assistants, security guards, even insiders. They built a case, collected footage, and the turning point, someone allegedly smuggled video out of Diddy's Miami mansion, a hidden hallway leading to guest rooms that didn't look like luxury suites, they looked like cells. And now fans are screaming, why Wayne? Why now? Was it guilt? Was it rage? Or was someone close to him nearly pulled into that hell? But wait, here's the wildest twist yet. What if Wayne wasn't just the rescuer? What if he was almost a victim himself? There's a theory floating around, and trust, it's gaining traction like wildfire. Some fans, some insiders, they're saying Lil Wayne didn't just stumble across this nightmare. They're saying he was being groomed. That back in the day, when Wayne was young, vulnerable, and exploding into fame, someone tried to pull him into that same sick circle. And if that's true, then this isn't just about bravery. This is personal. This is revenge. This is a survivor turning the tables on the people who once tried to trap him. The whispers get louder when you hear Wayne talk about the cost of fame. In one clip, he breaks down remembering moments from his past, moments that didn't make sense until now. Moments where he says he felt watched, pressured, controlled. And that's what makes this whole thing feel even heavier. Because if someone like Lil Wayne, one of the biggest names in rap, one of the most powerful voices in music, was almost taken down by this machine, then what about the others? The ones who didn't escape, the ones who never got to tell their story. And according to sources, it wasn't just 132 people rescued. Some say the number could be higher. Much higher. We're talking underground rooms, off-grid compounds, footage that would allegedly burn the industry to the ground if it ever went public. It's the kind of stuff that's been covered up for decades. Because let's be real, when you're worth billions and connected to presidents, producers, and power brokers, you don't just get exposed, you have systems in place to keep secrets buried. But not anymore, because Wayne is out here unburying them one by one. People online are calling him a hero, a whistleblower. Some are even saying he might be risking his life stepping up like this. And honestly, that's not an exaggeration. When you start dragging skeletons out of elite closets, especially Diddy's closet, you don't just face PR backlash, you face threats, you face surveillance, you face people in high places trying to make you disappear. But Wayne, he doesn't care. He's seen enough, he's done enough, and now he's speaking enough. And that's when the spotlight turned back to Diddy and the panic in his camp is showing. His legal team is scrambling. His PR handlers, radio silence. And those celeb friends who used to crowd his parties, gone. One by one, they're ghosting him. Unfollowing, distancing. Even the media is finally starting to peel off the gloss. No more puff pieces, no more glorified mogul titles, just hard questions like, what really went on at those parties? Who knew about the hidden rooms? And the biggest one of all, where are the victims now? Because let's not forget, these weren't just rumors. These were kids, talented, hungry, hopeful, pulled into a world that promised them everything only to destroy their peace, their safety, and in some cases, their futures. Wayne's story doesn't just shine a light on Diddy, it shines a light on the whole system. The secret circles, the fake contracts, the handlers pretending to be mentors, the private jets with NDAs, the A-list celebs who look the other way. And if Wayne really did help bring down part of this machine, then this is just the beginning. Because you better believe there are more Waynes out there, more insiders ready to talk, more footage, more confessions, more names. And if what we're hearing is true, some of the biggest stars in music and film may already be lawyering up, scrubbing old connections, wiping hard drives, calling in favors to make evidence go away. But it might be too late. The floodgates are open. And now everyone's looking at Diddy not as a legend, but as a liability. And if Wayne really helped rescue those 132 young souls, he didn't just save them, he started a fire that no one, not even Diddy, can put out.